Thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so. The Fulani terrorist governor of Kaduna State, News-El-RUFAI, opens up and said the bitter truth that they hoped to fool Nigerians the second time with Tinubu as they did with the dullard Buhari in 2015. El-Rufai said that if late President Yar'Adua's cabal and that of Buhari could govern by proxy, they intend to do that with Tinubu. My brothers and my sisters, you can see now that the Fulani Janjaweed have turned Nigeria into a zoo and disgraced Nigerians in front of Chatham House, London, United Kingdom. One of Tinubu's urchins was heard in a viral video telling the drug lord to dance to popular song Buga by Kiss Daniel because it is what the youth wants to see. Lo and behold, Tinubu instantly transfigured into an accomplished choreographer like a robot to deceive the gullible Nigerians. It is very sad and unfortunate how the Fulani Janjaweed have destroyed the zoo called Nigeria with the help of criminals, one Nigerian unity beggars. El-Rufai and 噚ΑՅΤE put up a show of shame as they struggled to window dress the criminal drug lord Tinubu on a much hallowed global stage. They were embarrassed like never before because international journalists mocked Nigerians and they mocked Nigeria. And the useless Fulani and one Nigerian unity beggars turned Nigeria into a laughingstock despite having fools like El-Rufai and Fayemi, whom the urchins considered as respected intellectuals. The zoo politicians are pathological liars and incorrigible, fraudulent clowns that never live in the light of truth, but in the shadows of lies, and that is why they hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafrans, because light and darkness can never coexist. They cannot coexist. Meanwhile, the Chatham House management cried out that Tinubu ambushed its chairman when he appeared for an interactive session by undermining its normal arrangements and did not seek prior permission to act in the manner he did by delegating political surrogates to answer questions on his behalf. And that is the same people one Nigerian unity beggars in Biafran land want us to coexist with. No, that has to come to an end. Biafrans don't want to coexist with criminal drug lords, with haters and enemies of Biafra. We want to progress. We don't want to be the poverty capital of the world. Biafrans are respected worldwide, and we will not allow Fulani Janjaweed to drag our name into the mud. You know, Buhari impostor's government is the most corrupt government ever in the history of the zoo called Nigeria, and that is why fraudsters, notorious kidnappers, armed robbers, drug lords, and terrorists are heads of government offices. Some of them are state governors, senators, honorable members of House of Representatives, advisors to the government. The list goes on and on. Buhari impostor is not only a terrorist jihadist, but he is also a successful, corrupt looter who have been able to successfully launder all his looted funds. He did that. And those who try to expose him, it sends them to their early graves. That is the person Buhari impostor is. He's a criminal, a known criminal. And his plan in Biafra land is to kill Biafrans and take their ancestral land by force for Fulani terrorists to settle in. But that plan has failed. Not an inch of Biafran land will be ceded to the Fulani terrorists. Not an inch. No matter how much the Fulani Janjaweed threatens, intimidates, kills, and abducts Biafrans, Biafrans will never yield to Fulani threats. After all, Fulani Janjaweed have never won a war in Nigeria. They never won a war. Even during the old Nigeria, before Nigeria came into being, they were defeated by the Oyo army. They were defeated by the Tiv army in Benue State. They sent them packing. Even during the Civil War, the genocide Nigerian Civil War against Biafra, between 1967 and 1970, if not for the help of the US government, the British government, the Russians, and Arab nations, who provided military support and soldiers, yet they could not defeat a ragtag Biafran military. They could not. They did all the blockade against Biafra, yet they never won the war until they came up with food blockade and starved innocent Biafran women and children. And that war, the genocide war, killed over 5 million Biafrans. 5 million women and children, killed them. Yet, the Fulani Janjaweed thinks that they have not finished yet. And the only reason why they believe so is because the British are backing them up. British government. And because they want to take over our ancestral land, they still have that mindset. They still have that belief that the Biafran traitors will help them overrun Biafra land. Biafran traitors like Hopeless Uzodinjo, Asari Dokubo, Tompolo, Rochas Okorocha, just to mention a few. But all their evil and wicked plans have failed. Biafra is a spirit and cannot be stopped. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video. And bye-bye for now. And God bless Biafra. He said.